Fifth Avenue, and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible.
Antisocial personality disorder, or what used to be called psychopathy or sociopathy. It's constant lying. Well, he's the most documented liar in human history, I think, at this point.
Manhattan District Attorney may be closing in on Donald Trump, marking what could be the first time a former American president is charged with a crime.
Is it acceptable to kill the top military leader of a country without being formally at war?
President Trump has been reckless, impulsive, does this on his own, likes to think it makes him look tough.
We have a president who will fire Rex Tillerson on Twitter at 8:40 in the morning. We also don't have principals and deputy committee meetings in regular ways. Policies are not decided in an orderly fashion, decisions as to whether or not the president is going to tell Kim Jong-un that he's canceling the joint exercises with South Korea spontaneously, without telling Secretary of Defense James Mattis, as NBC reported last week, without telling South Korea's President Moon, without telling Shinzo Abe in Japan. There are consequences to a president who is as spontaneous and ad hoc in his diplomacy.
He was determined to live up to his father's ideal, be a killer. But he was also tempestuous, impulsive, and at 13, his father sent him to military school.
He talks about it as almost this rite of passage. He said to me that when he arrived at the military academy, for the first time in his life, someone slapped him in the face when he got out of line.
It would be a 5-year lesson in how to be a bully.
Donald Trump yelled at his classmates, he pushed them around, he even used a broomstick as a weapon against classmates who didn't listen to him when he told them what to do.
Mike Pence talking about his former boss, and he's not holding back, calling former President Donald Trump's actions reckless ahead of the deadly January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol.
The president's words that day at the rally endangered me and my family and everyone at the Capitol building.
In an interview with ABC News, the former vice president said it was clear to him then President Trump was part of the problem as rioters broke into the Capitol building. The violent crowd tried to prevent certification of the 2020 presidential elections.
Before he became president of the United States, there were no shortage of stories out there telling us that Donald Trump does not like to pay his bills. He stiffed contractors on hotel projects, on condo projects, even the Trump Hotel right there in Washington, D.C. He ended up getting sued because he didn't pay the plumber who installed most of the plumbing in the building. Donald Trump just doesn't like to pay his bills. He's actually being sued right now for not paying his tax bills down in Panama on the building that he had his name on before they scraped it off the front of it. Donald Trump doesn't like to pay his bills. Well, because of Donald Trump's dislike of paying bills, the city of El Paso, Texas, is kind of getting pissed off.
The Trump campaign owes nearly $570,000 to El Paso, Texas, for services related to his February rally, plus late fees, and more than $80,000 in Tucson, Arizona. That tab has been lingering unpaid since March 2016. The city of Spokane, Washington, has also been trying to collect about $65,000 since early 2016. Mesa, Arizona, has been waiting for nearly the same amount since late last year. Eau Claire, Wisconsin, says Trump owes them over $47,000. He owes $43,000 to Billings, Montana, $35,000 to Erie, Pennsylvania, $16,000 to Lebanon, Ohio, Ohio, more than $9,000 to Green Bay, Wisconsin, and about $8,000 to Burlington, Vermont. And then there's over $500,000 that the president owes Minneapolis, Minnesota for his rally earlier this month. And we cannot forget Washington, D.C., not a city, but stiffed by the president nonetheless. Trump owes the district a whopping $9 million in unpaid fees for the inauguration and this summer's July 4th salute to America.
What they showed today was total lack of remorse or regret. In fact, reveling in the violence that was so flagrant and blatant. And that lack of remorse showed willfulness and intent that I think is criminal. And it rises to the level of impeachment.
People who don't have empathy are the people that we call sociopaths or psychopaths.
You talk in your book about getting even, the importance of getting even. Is revenge sweet?
I believe strongly in getting even. If somebody has hurt you, if somebody's gone out of their way to hurt you, I think that if you have the opportunity, you should certainly go out of your way to do a number on that.
If you don't have normal empathy, you're going to mistreat people because they don't matter. There's an absence of loyalty. The absence of loyalty is a sign of antisocial personality disorder. Loyalty at its best means I care about this person, I value this person, so I will stick by this person. If you have a person without empathy, what you find is that loyalty disappears as soon as the other person crosses them. As soon as somebody says, I'm not with you anymore, or I disagree, it flips from you are the greatest person to you are a horrible person, you are a worthless person, and I will attack you, I will destroy you.
That's all, folks. Believe me, believe me. Or is it?